Good afternoon, all of you. Only 3 students? 4. Okay. Okay. Today we will start from fundamental book. Fundamental book you have got, I think, fundamental physical geography. So, you have got the syllabus, deleted syllabus I think you have got, which chapter excluded I have told, and from fundamental book, interior of the earth, this chapter completed, yes? Interior of the earth completed. So, today we will start from next chapter. Next chapter I have not started, na? Okay. So, distribution of ocean and continent. Today we will start this chapter. Distribution of ocean and continent. Distribution of ocean and continents. We will start this chapter today. It is very important chapter because some theory also have in this chapter, and each and every theory you have to understood properly. Okay, so quite complex. You have to listen first from the beginning, and also if having any query or doubt, if you will not understood, obviously you will give me a message. I will again repeat the topic. Okay, so distribution of ocean and continent. The heading is very important. Distribution of ocean and continent means, you know, the continent and ocean in present, you have seen that ocean and continent where it is located. If you see the map, you can understood. But geologists, scientists, they believe that our continents and ocean position will not fixed. It will change day by day very slowly. That means from today, million of years ago, all the ocean and continent was not situated in a present form. This all ocean and continent was situated in a different parts of the world. So day by day, their location, their position changing slowly. We can't feel, we can't realize this within a short period of time. If you understood the position of a continent or country or ocean, you have to follow from today million of years ago what was the location. So geologists and scientists, they also draw some map. In your book also have this type of diagram, you can understood. So in the previous chapter you have studied, from your book you will see, in the previous chapter you have studied the interior of the earth. Obviously you know that. In the last chapter we can understood the internal structure of the earth. It is also very interesting because there are so many information about the earth's interior. There are 3 layers, there are also some discontinuities, there are different names, and each and every layer have different characteristics also. Sarogen also you can understood, and also about earthquake you can get so many information. You have already got. So you are already familiar with the world map. Obviously, you will read in class 11 and geography your subject. So obviously, you have to remind the world map as well as Indian map. And not only geography, if you will know the Indian map and world map, it is also helpful to you. So many information you can easily understood regarding our country as well as our earth. So, you know the continents over 29% of the surface of the earth and remainder is under oceanic water. The position of the continents and the ocean bodies as you see them in the map have not been same in the past. I have told this. In recent, those continental ocean you have seen in your map from today so many years ago, there was not a same map. This map was quite changes, quite different. Moreover, it is now to well accepted fact that ocean and continent will not continue to enjoy their present position in the time to come. If this is so, the question arises, what were their position in the past? Obviously, if you accepted this, the ocean and continent change its position, so obviously this question arises in your mind, what was their position in past, why and how they changed their position. Even if it is true that the continent and ocean have changed and are changing their position, you may wonder as how scientists know this. Obviously, earth rotation we can't feel only day change, but we can't feel the earth rotation. So obviously, scientists also getting some information, some evidence. That's why they disclose that all the continent and ocean was not a same position from since so many years ago. So obviously, this type of question also arise and this type of question are very important. You will find the answer in some of this and related question in this chapter. So in this chapter, you can understood what is the actual position of the earth, what was the different continent and ocean position, how they change time, what was the world map from today so many years ago, this type of information. So first topic, there are so many topics in this chapter. The first topic is continental drift. Achha, the introduction question you have understood or not? Introduction question you have understood. If you have any query, you can ask me. Okay. So, there continental drift. What is the meaning of the term drift? What was the meaning of the term drift? So, tell me. Here drift means drift means to move. Somsupur, I have told to you. I have asked Somita. Somita remained quiet. Kunal have told moving. Correct, moving. So, continental drift, from this topic you can understood that this continental drift means those continent have in our earth. How many continent have? How many continent have all over the world? Kunal? You have read in class 11, you don't know how many continents are there. Sitam have told 7. Rest of them have 7. Answer. Seven, yes. So all over the world there are 7 continents, and 5 ocean. So name of the continents you have to understood and you have to remind it. Name of the continent, the first one is Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, and Oceania or Australia. These are the 7 continents and 5 ocean also. No, Antarctica is a continent. Yes, Antarctica is a continent. And five ocean: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Antarctic Ocean. These are the 5 ocean. So continental drift means in present you have seen the continent are located in different parts of the world, but someone believed that continent also drifting, that means continent also move from one place to another place very slowly. So observe the shape of the coastline of Atlantic Ocean, you will be surprised the symmetry means similarity of the coastal line of either side of ocean. That means if you will see the North America and suppose this is Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. These two coastline, if you will also surprise if you will see the similarity, and if you see that North America and South America middle portion and African western portion, once upon a time these two part was joined. So no wonder many scientists thought of this similarity and considered the possibility of the two America, Europe and Africa to be one joined together. From the known records of the history of science, it was Abraham Ortelius, a Dutch mapmaker, who first proposed such possibility as early as 1596. Antonio Pellegrini drew a map showing the 3 continents together. However, it was Alfred Wegener, a German meteorologist, who put forth a comprehensive argument in the form of continental drift theory 1992. Among them, this is most important. You will remind only this name. Alfred Wegener. Alfred Wegener, a German meteorologist. First give a theory. The name is Continental continental drift theory. Continental drift theory. A German meteorologist who put form a comprehensive argument in the form of the continental drift theory in 1912. The year is also very important. 1912. So, who have named the person, named the scientist who have given the continental drift theory? Obviously, you know, Alfred Wegener. When? In 1912. This was regarding the distribution of ocean and continent. So, what is the concept? What is the main theme of this theory? Distribution of ocean and continent. The chapter heading also have. So, this is the main theme of the continental drift theory. Okay. Continental drift theory have given by Alfred Wegener. According to the Wegener, all the continent formed a single continental mass. Single continental mass and mega ocean surround them. The supercontinent was named Pangea. Once upon a time, according to the Wegener, once upon a time, all the continents are situated together. It is a supercontinent named Pangea. In the previous classes, you have also heard this term, Pangea. And this supercontinent surrounded by ocean, large ocean, it is called Panthalassa. So, Pangea, what is Pangea, what is Panthalassa is very important. In your book, page number 34, have a map or picture of globe. There are 5 globes. You have seen one by one. Each and every globe have in different years ago, 540 million years ago, 300 million years ago, 420 million years ago, 120 million years ago. You have found it in your book, page number 34. Page number 34. So, in this picture, from 120 million years ago, the second row, middle globe, there have the clear picture about Pangea and Panthalassa. From 120 million years ago, that means the surrounded portion is called Panthalassa, water bodies, and the continental, this portion is called Pangea. Which meant all earth, the mega ocean was called Panthalassa, meaning all water. He argued that around 200 million years ago, the supercontinent Pangea began to split. 200 million years ago, this supercontinent Pangea split. Split means breaking down. There have a break, divided 2 parts. Divided 2 parts. Then the supercontinent Pangea began to split. Pangea first broke into the 2 large continental mass, Laurasia and Gondwana land. This northern portion, this is called Laurasia or Angara land. some book you have got this name, Angara land, and southern portion, this is called Gondwana land. Gondwana land also a part of India, southern block, Indian map, southern block, then peninsular plateau. This was a part of Gondwana land. That's why it is called oldest landmass in India, because this is a part of Gondwana land. So what is Gondwana land you can understood, what is Laurasia you can understood, I hope. If having any doubt, you will tell me. After that, subsequently, Laurasia and Gondwana land continue to break into various smaller continents that exist today. So, after few million years later, these two parts further divided some small part. In a different shape, and this is the continent which is exist today. In present world map, you have found 7 continents. These 7 continents was altogether from a Pangea. After that, this Pangea broken 200 million years. Approx. All this date will be approx, because on that time human beings also was not present. So scientists, they are getting some evidence, that's why they are telling that. So this is not a fixed 200 million years ago. Approx 200 million years ago, this Pangea separated 2 parts. One part is Angara land, northern part is called Laurasia or Angara land. You will not getting confused. Northern part is called Laurasia or Angara land, and southern part is called Gondwana land. Clear? Clear? A variety of evidence was offered in support of the continental drift, some of these given below. This topic also I will discuss later, next day. Next day I will discuss this topic. So, listen that when any scientist or geologist, Somita, now you are giving response. On that time I have asked you a question, but you are still remain silent. I don't know you are sleeping or not. So, this portion, Angara land and Gondwana land, suppose Alfred Wegener have discussed, Alfred Wegener released his theory, but obviously when a scientist give a theory or thesis, okay, so next time you will try to give the answer. So, obviously, when Alfred Wegener provide this theory, Alfred Wegener have to given some evidence, otherwise other scientists will not believe this. Someone also criticize this theory, that these Alfred Wegener's theory are not correct, they are having some fault or like that. So that's why not only this theory, when you will read any theory from geography, not only geography, another subject also, each and every scientist also provides some theory or evidence. Why I am telling that the 4 continents, Africa, Europe, North America and South America was a single continent. Why? Because we have got some evidence and also we have seen their structure. If you will see in your map, which have in page number 35, the right side in your book, African plate, Eurasian plate, they are written, North American plate and South American plate. These 4 plates, that means this continent altogether was a single landmass. You will see the shape, you can understood. In African portion, that the bending portion was fitted with North American and South American gap. So this is the evidence. this type of evidence or supporting evidence which help us to understood the theory. So, that is why Alfred Wegener also provides some evidence. With next classes also we will discuss about the evidence. What type of evidence have given by Alfred Wegener for continental drift theory? Why we will accepted his theory? Why? Because they are having some evidence. That is why I will accept it. Clear? Clear? So, you will read in your home up to this portion. Next day we will continue with the evidence in continental drift. Okay. Thank you. Bye.